Hello. If you're listening to this message, I want to congratulate you. You made it this far, and that's really saying something.
Welcome back, everybody. It's me, FractalMindMike, again, and we're going to continue our playthrough of Infinifactory. Of course, we'll continue listening to that whole message in just a second, but I just want to say thanks for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to go follow my twitch.tv/FractalMindMike channel as well. I'd love to see you there. We're playing some really great retro games at the moment, so I'd love to see you hanging out there. We also play some indie games on the stream as well. Loves the point-and-click graphic adventures and some puzzle games, that kind of thing. So if you're ever interested in coming and hanging out live and having a chat, please come and join me. Otherwise, yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I've just realized how clever this person must be. They've solved the puzzle. They're congratulating me on getting this far. And they've decided to remove their failure log unit and leave it here for us. So maybe they figured out something we have yet to figure out. Maybe they've learned some secrets. We're going to have a listen to what they have to say. I haven't really taken any time yet after loading the game up to see what is going on with this, but it seems to be there's a rotation situation. We have some welding that we need to do, and whatever this thing does, we're going to have to test all of that out. But before we do that, let's actually listen to this entire log. Again, thanks for joining me today. Let's have a listen.
Hello. If you're listening to this message, I want to congratulate you. You made it this far, and that's really saying something. The name's Floyd. I was one of the first human abductees, so that makes me a bit of a geezer. I was picked up back in the summer of 1976 from a little town no one cares about in Illinois. I wasn't even 18 yet. Those were, interesting times. In almost 40 years, I've learned a thing or two about our gracious hosts. I kid, of course, but they're really not that bad. They're just, insensitive, you know? They think humans are useful. We're good at making stuff, and they don't want to do it themselves. Easier just to have us do it. I've picked up a bit of their language here and there. I can't exactly speak it, since our vocal cords don't really work in the same way. I've made some approximations of their language. Earth is something like garg. It kind of sounds like you got a frog in your throat, but, you know. It's not much use, but it's given me something to do in the past couple of decades.
Oh, okay. So it won't rotate if it's blocked by another block. That's good to see. So yeah, this guy, that's really interesting. So he's just sort of like living his whole life out here. I don't know exactly when this game is set, I guess. So we don't know how old he is. But abducted back in the 70s, when he was barely 18, he'd probably be, well, 60-something? Older, probably, when this game came out. I guess he would have been around 60-something. I think. Pretty old. Maybe not quite. Maybe not quite 60-something. Maybe more like 50-something when this game came out. So we've got to rotate this thing. I got to figure out how the rotation system works. So instead of dropping immediately onto a platform, we'll try this. So that's going to rotate it. I don't know how many times it will rotate. Probably once, I'm guessing. Okay, so it's trying to rotate it only 1/4. I kind of want to split these off, because one of them will need to rotate and one of them will not need to rotate. So we kind of want to buffer 2 of them and then have them go on a different path and then weld later on. That seems to be the answer that we're looking for. Yeah, I now realize that I never put in my palette a buffer tool, something like this. So we haven't used the vertical sensors much. We'll put it there so we can keyboard access that. So we're gonna pile up 2 of them, and then we'll put a sensor, I guess, right here. So we'll have two with the plate attached. And we want to shove one off this way, shove one off that way, and do things differently with them based on the direction they go. So we're going to need to put some conduit. I don't know why I put conduit in slot 1, to be honest. That seems like a really aggressive spot. Maybe platform should be there and conduit should be on 7. Let me swap that now, actually. There we go. So we want to go there, and I guess we'll go over the top. We don't need to go that high, do we? We can go over the top here to this pot. And we'll do it to that spot too. There we go. So then we want to get our pushers and attach them like that. I don't know why I jumped over. I could have easily reached it from the other side, but hey. So we're going to do that. They are going to activate, and of course it's just going to drop. So let's grab our thingamabob. Now this one's just perfectly aligned to start with, so we can just push it over there for now. This one, however, is not. So the first thing we're going to do is hit a rotation, and then... What do we do next? Because what's going to happen? How's it going to continue to move? We kind of want to push it as soon as it rotates. There's no delays. So, what do we do? I don't know. Let's just chuck another one of these here for now. And then a conveyor. And we'll just go like that. So now we've got them both kind of dropping off over here. This one, we're going to want to do a little bit of wait and see sort of thing, I guess. I don't know. Let's not bother with the welding just yet. I just want to see what actually happens with this. So that one buffers up, that one buffers up, they get pushed off. And then we kind of have to wait for another one before... Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that. So we need to keep a space. I guess we could... It really feels like you want to be able to turn and then do something with that turn. I'm not going to think too hard about it right now. Oops. I wanted that. Let's see. What can we do? How many do we need? We need 10. Is that 10? Two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. That's 10. Whoops. I just keep pressing the wrong thing. Okay, so we want a sensor. This feels like it's going to be really expensive, but I kind of just want to do it for fun. Wait. Yeah. That was 10 there. Okay. So So we bump that sensor, then we want to trigger everything. So now we just want conduit to go literally everywhere. Well, not literally, but basically everywhere. Okay, so they'll all trigger when it bumps into it. Then we need our welders. Man, I've got the welder in a high priority slot there, don't I? Okay. Oh no! I didn't even think of this. It's gonna just make them into one giant block. Oh. Oh, I thought that would be really fun, but I can't say only weld. Yeah. It's just gonna weld it into a giant block. That would have been really fun to do. I guess I can still achieve it. But we need to double up this. There we go. And we need to lower that then. Which means what? Oh, I guess it'll fit. It'll just last minute weld. This is by no means something that I'm aiming to be optimal. I just kind of want it to work, frankly. That's our default position these days. Is can it work? Is that enough? So I put the sensor on this side because this one's the one that takes the longest to fill up. This one we kind of don't really care what happens once it fills up. Like, they'll just start falling off the edge. So that's the delayed side, and this one's just gonna throw away a bunch of junk that we don't need. Wait, how did... I swear I just dragged across the entire way. How did this happen? Damn it. Okay, alright. We'll just accelerate our way up until something interesting happens here. Looks like it's basically correct. Alright, it's about to happen. Here it comes. That's pretty fun. Our footprint's ridiculous, which I knew, and our block score is ridiculous, which I also knew, but that was really fun to see, and that's kind of what I wanted to do, just something a bit fun and silly. I mean, I'm not paying for this, so I don't really care if it's slow or expensive to manufacture. You know, we got abducted. This is our malicious compliance. we're gonna build the most ridiculous machines that make us amused, and the aliens can pay for it. Oh man, I think this totally works. We've passed the test. We've successfully created our 10 units. The machine 100% actually works. It's stupid, but it's also fantastic, and I kind of love it. I don't know what to say. I guess I'm just going to move on. We don't have to be optimal. I mean, it is nice to see the scores be better, and I know I can improve this model significantly. I mean, we literally could just have the exact same setup, but a lot shorter. And then, yeah, we can have the welder instantly as well. I mean, there's a lot we could do to improve this. But I mean, you know. Let me know in the comments if you want me to come back to this puzzle and do, like, something that's, like, more optimal and on par with everything else. We pretty much broke the mold. We're one of the worst builds in this factory ever. Actually, one thing I am curious about before we go is, like, what happens if we maximize our feed rate? What happens there? Our input rate. I mean, it looks like it might actually just work, so that's actually pretty cool. I love how stupid that was. Look at that. We've just we've done amazingly well, actually. On our cycle score, we've actually done amazingly well. Our footprint and block score is terrible, but I mean, they let us have it, so why not? We've gone from below average to well above average here. This is frankly quite impressive. I'm happy with that. Let's move on. If you do want me to try a little bit more optimal build, I am happy to try it, but just let me know in the comments. Okay, so the secret is I've been recording this like all in one weekend, each episode, so that's why there's no names that have shown up here yet. If names do start to show up, you'll know like how long it's been, I guess, since the video started getting posted. But if you do want to show up in this list, if you want to have some fun comparing our cycles and such, feel free to follow me on Steam. Go friend me on Steam, and your name will start showing up in the list, assuming that you've played any of these maps. Yeah, anyway, rotator block. We now get to learn about it. It's weird that they give it to you before you learn about it. I feel like this should have been front-loaded. Rotators are used to rotate groups of blocks. They have, groups of blocks. So, okay, we could weld something and it would rotate on the pivot point. That's interesting. They have pressure-sensitive surfaces which trigger rotation when blocks are placed on top. They reset when all blocks are removed, allowing them to trigger again. Okay. Both clockwise and counterclockwise variants of the rotator are available, but there's no vertical rotation, that means. Landing alignment lights. Okay, alright. Let's find out what landing alignment lights is like. Oh, wait! I almost forgot. How long are we into the episode? Okay, we're 15 minutes in. Let me remind you, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And also, follow me on twitch.tv/FractalMindMike, where we do some amazing retro gaming content and have a really wonderful community there. If you want to speak to me live and have a chat, I'm always open to having a little conversation, so I'd love to see you there. Oh my gosh, this is complex. I just realized this is not so simple. Oh my goodness. So we're building a standard unit, it looks like, and we're delivering some over there of just the standard unit. We're going to deliver how many here? None? Wait. Wait. Oh, okay. We don't have to build this. We just have to... Okay. Oh my gosh. I was so worried for a second that we've got to figure out how to construct something like this, and then rotate it, and then weld it together to be this. We don't have to worry about that, though. We just have to take every second one, push it onto a line, and rotate it. And then weld it back together with the other one. And also we have to rotate... No, okay. So one of them never rotates. The first one and the third one never rotate. Or should I say, the second one and the fourth one never rotate, and the first one and the third one do rotate. If we keep them in the order that they come out. Oh, look, another pack. It must be our friend. Let's have a listen.
Floyd here with a few pieces of advice.
It's Floyd again.
Firstly, stop thinking you're some sort of victim. As my dad would say, you can be a victim or a survivor. He was a war vet and hard as nails. We're not the only ones they've abducted. Now, I've seen at least 2 other alien species. This whole situation, well, it's nothing like the TV shows. It's all much more mundane. Second thing, don't try to fight them. I've seen others freak out and get themselves killed. I've seen people try to sabotage things. I tried that too for a while. When they hit me with that cattle prod, I learned my lesson. It's not worth it. Think about it. Here you are, out in the middle of space. You need them far more than they need you right now. If you're like me and have a sense of self-preservation, you'll do what they tell you, even if you don't understand what they're saying. So, make yourself useful. It'll make your life much easier.
Alright, he's saying just don't fight it, just go with it. I'm not sure I agree, but I'm not in the situation for real life, so I guess maybe I don't know what's up. Alright. So, this side is the rotate me side, and that side is the don't rotate me side, I think. Hang on, let me just validate again. Red on the right means don't rotate. So yeah, the first one through, rotate. The second one through, don't rotate. Okay. We'll clean this up. Just want to get the idea in place first. So we need our pushers, which is obviously going to be one there, and one there. And then we want our conduit pieces, and we want to do that. And we might as well just do that. Okay, let's just proof of concept. And away they go. Okay, great. Good stuff. Let's delete that, and that, and that. We simply need it to go... Oops, I don't want conduit there. Here, and here. I mean, as a matter of fact, we probably can just do that. Okay. So, rotate, don't rotate, right? I think we're that's where we're going with this. So, kind of just want to have. Well, we're going to need space to rotate, so I don't know how far we need to move forward. It's going to be the right-hand edge that we're rotating on. So let's go ahead, and we want the clockwise rotator, which is this one, I believe. Yes. So one, and then we're going to add a sensor over here somewhere that will sense that it's been rotated. I guess we can just add a sensor right here that says, okay, you've been rotated. Or, in fact, hang on a second, let me think about it. One moment, please. It's 3 long, so if we just put one there, and then... what happens with this setup? Okay, that's corrected. So... we want to interleave them as quickly as we can. How aligned are we? Let's have a look at the alignment here. Okay, our interleaving did not work so good. Okay, we're not quite aligned there, but that's basically what we want to produce. One more of them. We want 4 long. And before this one comes in, we want to trigger immediately so it doesn't weld it in. So what if we built... a sensor right there. And a pusher right there. And I'm going for it. I'm doing this. I'm gonna waste resources again. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's go. Is that one? That looks like one. Alright, we just have to deliver it now. Sick. We've done it. Alright, so... I guess... we need to come in from this side, because... yeah, I guess so. Let's just do this. I gotta get the height right. I can't really see from up there. We're a little low. So that's what we want to happen. We want it to go there. How is it going to be oriented, though? I think... do that. Is this right? Let's try that. I think we've got it. Oh, our alignment's off by 1. Okay, that's fine. We just delete that, I guess, and add... hang on, that's a gap of... how is... we might just make it, I think. Just prove that it's working. Okay, we're working. Let's just reduce some waste over here. We know it's 3 long. So, we can get rid of all of those, I think. And away we go! It's so ridiculous. Quite loud right there. I kind of love it. So far, none of them have been rejected either, so that means our alignments are all, like, repeatable and stuff. That's pretty good. If that was an odd, like, if there was an odd number of things we had to weld together, it would make it a little bit more complex. We'd have to do some other rotation for every second one or something like that. I think. I'm not even sure if that would work, to be honest. Alright, we're down to 1. This is the last one. We're going to have success. Alright. Honestly, not too bad. Basically on average for most things. I'm sure we could speed the cycles up. I mean, we can try we could just try increasing the input rate. I don't know if it'll still work, though. I think having them too close together could be a problem. We've made a mistake with the increased feed rate here. It's going to reject it, but will it delete us? Yeah, so we can't know that we've made a mistake. Like, we have no sensor that'll tell us what type of block we're looking at. What was our target again? Was it blue, red? Or, I think so, right? Well, we've got red, blue on the ones that did work. That first one was in error, but every other one seems like it's better? Blue, red. What do we have? Let's see. So I don't know why that first one is messed up, but... yeah, we've got red, blue. If we rotated it, we'd be okay. And discard the first one somehow. If we could have a magical way of saying, like, the first one gets thrown away. Even then, I don't think it's viable. We just have to not have such a high feed rate. But what if we go to input rate of, like... I will just leave it. It's fine. we won. I won't optimize too heavily unless people suggest in the chat that I mean in the comments. My streamer brain coming out there. If you suggest in the comments that you would like to see some more of this optimization side of things, let me know. I'd love to hear about it, and yeah, I can always come back to some of these and increase the optimization, reduce block sizes, all those kind of things if we need to. But yeah, I think cycles are the one we want to focus on for the most part, because cycles means productivity, right? I think. So yeah, we've got a working solution. It's a little complicated, maybe it's a little bit silly, but it does work. Our throughput's not as high as it could be. We could improve that. We could certainly improve it. There we go. I mean, one way we could improve it to handle cycles is just have it wait for the appropriate amount of time. Like, wait until something's buffered up. We can make a buffer here. Yeah, we can make 2 buffers to hold the blocks in. And then only once the buffers are full, then we start merging them. Something like that would totally work. Alright, I'm going to stop thinking about that right now, though. We're just going to deliver our solution and go to the cell and go for the next one. Our optical sensor array type 4. Okay, so we had optical sensor array earlier. Let's see what type 4 looks like. Oh, an actual corpse. I wonder if it's Floyd. Hopefully it's not Floyd. Maybe he died of exhaustion. We don't know yet. His pack is off, though. This person's pack is off their body. So it could be Floyd. Now, okay. Ooh, okay. Interesting. This appears a lot more complicated than the first one. So we have to make that shape. That 5 square shape. And then go past them through here. Obviously the intended design solution here is to pass through this, to slap it onto the sides, then rotate it and continue cycling. And then slap some more on the sides here. I wonder if we just had it feed into here, rotate, then it's already got things slapped on the sides. You know what I mean? If you rotate it in the center of it. We still have to come up with how to build the shape first, which is obviously a little bit complicated to solve. Let's have a listen to this log at the start of the next episode, and we'll give this one a try. I have been really enjoying playing through Infinifactory. It's a great time. If you want to join me again for the next one, I'd love to see you there. If you want to join me live on twitch.tv, go and check out the channel, twitch.tv/FractalMindMike. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and a comment. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today.